guys have been able to pull it up to like a 6-figure business that I think can turn into a 7-figure business relatively quickly.
How much time or attention you're putting onto Amazon specifically?
I would say all hours on an average week, 2 or 3. What YouTube gives, it also takes away. And, if you give enough and you bring enough value, then, kind of thinking about karma, it will come back to you. We sell the products to be able to fund our mission.
I think everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but the actual roller coaster that you have to go on, I think few can actually stomach it.
The quicker you can separate your value from where your business is at currently, it's going to make for a better ride.
All right, what's up guys? Thanks so much for joining us. My name's Ken, CEO here at Full Circle. I'm so honored to have Eric, CEO of Beard Brand, with us today. We've been running his Amazon account for the last 1.5 years, and it's been such a pleasure to work with him, and I really appreciate your time. Thanks, Eric.
What is going on, man? Excited to be here.
Let's hop right into it, man. You've been in the e-commerce game for a very, very long time. You were even featured on the TV show Shark Tank, and we've been so honored to actually be running your account on Amazon for about the last 1.5 years or so. Can you talk a little bit about your e-commerce journey and how you got here today?
We launched Beard Brand way back in 2012. I used to be a financial advisor at a mega bank and just felt like I was wearing a mask by looking the way they wanted me to look. So I quit working there, grew out my beard, and kind of started my own style journey. And in this process, I realized there wasn't a lot of support for people especially men, to rock different styles. And, there weren't a lot of tools, and people with beards were kind of thought of as like Grizzly Adams or ZZ Top or construction workers, and all cool dudes, but not really me. So what I wanted to do is unite these guys and give them the tools they needed to feel confident about growing their beard, but more than that, feel confident about loving the man, looking back at them in the mirror. So we're an entirely bootstrapped company, just me and my 2 business partners. Every dollar we make, we put it back into growth and trying to build a business that is more about enjoying the journey than it is about, building to a mega size and selling. So we've made a lot of purposeful decisions that may or may not have hindered our growth, but allowed us to be resilient and persevere and still be running, operating, and excited about the business, 12 years in?
Yeah, that's incredible. 12 years is pretty much as veteran as you get in the e-commerce world. And I also really admire that. I mean, I think every person, especially that chooses to take the e-commerce journey, gets into it originally for more freedom in their life, right? And to be their own boss, all those things. And it's very easy to forget that along the way, for sure.
There's a lot of pressure to build a business a certain way. And that certain way is growth at all costs and then to exit. So you have to be very intentional with why you're in business, and you have to constantly be reminding yourself, why am I doing this? What is the purpose? And try to separate your ego from the daily ups and downs of the business. When the business is good, you think you're the greatest thing in the face of the planet. The quicker you can separate your value from where your business is at currently, it's going to make for a better ride. But as easy it is to say that, it's very hard to do, I think, for a lot of entrepreneurs, myself included.
And I think everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but the actual roller coaster that you have to go on, I think few can actually stomach it. Can we talk about a little bit about the things that really led to your success, though? I mean, if you guys look up Beard Brand on YouTube, you'll see Eric's beautiful face all over it. And I think you guys have roughly about 3 million followers on YouTube. And it seems like the content creation piece has been huge for your growth.
In the early days, Beard Brand had more time than money. So when you have more time than money, you do time intensive things. So that meant a lot of time spent on social media. I was on Reddit a lot, telling our stories, creating content on YouTube. It's been an up and down journey, what YouTube gives, it also takes away. And right now we're in this doldrums period where we're trying to figure out how to get out of that cycle and get the channel back to rocking and rolling. But it's been a really good way to share our values and what we're about, why we exist as a company. I feel like Beard Brand is slightly different, and we are a mission-oriented company. We sell the products to be able to fund our mission, whereas other companies get on social media to sell more products to make more money. And that content extends beyond YouTube. We also have a blog with a ton of content. Our email flows are some of the best, just dropping knowledge bombs left and right. So we really have this mentality of kind of give first, and then not even necessarily ask, but if you give enough and you bring enough value, then, kind of thinking about karma, it will come back to you.
You and I came in contact about 1.5 years ago, and I think our original conversations, you were thinking about running Amazon internally, and we ended up just having a couple conversations. Can you talk about your experience, your perceptions of Amazon before you got on, and what it's been like really for the last 1.5 years of us working together?
I'm like most people, I absolutely hate Amazon. We sold on Amazon a number of years ago through another company. It was just kind of we would sell to them and they would sell our product. So it was kind of like a retail play. And then we decided to bring Amazon management management in-house. And like in that process, we ran out of stock and we kind of realized our sales on our website outpaced the sales that we lost on Amazon. So for a long period of time, we were not even selling on Amazon. Or a couple of years ago, we lost Target as a big retail partner. And we have, that line that we offered to Target, we decided to switch to Amazon. And going back to like why I want to be in business and kind of part of the journey is like, I know the way like Amazon sends emails out and they notify you and they communicate with you. And it's just like, I kind of have this rule, like I don't take pressure, I don't give pressure. The style of communication from Amazon is very much like I give pressure. So I just wanted to be separated for that. For me, it was kind of like a big thing to be able to work with a partner who could just do everything. You guys came highly referred from a friend of mine. It's been great. Like I haven't touched anything and, you guys have been able to pull it up to like a 6-figure business that I think can turn into 7-figure business like relatively quickly.
Awesome. Can you mention maybe in any given week, roughly how much time or attention you're putting onto Amazon specifically?
Yeah, so we have a weekly check-in call with the team at Full Circle. That's about a half an hour. My operations manager will communicate with Full Circle when it comes to like inventory management and stuff like that. Combined for like the Beard brand time that goes into managing Amazon, I would say all hours on an average week, 2 or 3 between all team members at Beard brand.
Awesome. And then roughly, if we can ask, does Amazon make up a big sales mix within your business? And has it provided sort of incremental profit and revenue to your business?
We were in the unfortunate position of like our business was declining due to the loss of our relationship with Target. So being able to figure out a way to supplement our revenue was a pretty important thing for us. And we've been able to see, that transition from sales and Target to Amazon. We still have room to go. Like it's definitely not where I want it to be, but it's not nowhere.
And then, you're talking to people in the D2C space, very often, hosting your podcast and stuff as well. What are you feeling is the common consensus these days in terms of like, what do you see for the future of e-commerce, where Amazon fits into that, where social shopping with TikTok Shop? I know YouTube is unrolling their kind of shopping platform as well. What are you hearing?
I'm still a big believer in owning your domain and controlling that experience. There's just so much more you can do when you have a direct relationship with a customer, whether it be, your delivery experience, the freebies that you add on, how you control how quickly you send out products, how you like educate and message to your customers. In my opinion, should always be the heart of your business. Now, there are people out there who seem to be more data oriented than like story oriented. And if you're story oriented, I'd say focus on your .com. If you're data oriented, I do think places like Amazon, TikTok Shops, YouTube, all those platforms, Walmart marketplaces, eBay, can be channels. But at a certain point, you need to think of each channel almost as like a new business, or else it's just going to be a distraction for your team. So as much as possible, I would imagine people will be slow to adopting new platforms unless they hear from other people who are finding success. So there's, TikTok Shop seems to be the one that is driving the most revenue at the current time. I don't hear anyone making any money on YouTube. I mean, I guess some people through their ads are making money on like Facebook ads or Facebook marketplace, whatever they call it. But it's just an order that happens on Facebook that gets sent to your store. For whatever reason, I feel like TikTok Shop's like a little bit different beast. And I do think that will probably continue to be a strong platform to grow and build on, depending on your product.
It seems very, very product dependent. And yeah, I agree with you fully. I've been part of a 7, 8, and 9-figure Amazon mastermind group for the last 6 years. And no one in the group can figure out Shopify because everyone's like very data oriented and we're all like ones and zeros, conversion rate on a keyword level. We live at the bottom of the funnel, whereas the storytellers and the people that kind of craft real brands, have really mastered Shopify. And so that's really what my insight when I started, working with Sean from the Ridge, that these, genius marketers and great brand builders, it's a different world on Amazon. And that since that's where I got started, I've really wanted to build the best team in Amazon management to just kind of be a complementary opposite towards people that have great brands and great products. That's actually never been my strong suit in my own e-commerce journey. I've been started on Amazon and that's where I want to stay. And I really want to provide solutions to people like you and other people that have these amazing products and brands, but Amazon will always kind of be on the back burner for a lot of these D2C focused brands, but it could be a very significant channel, of course.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs might fool themselves into thinking that whatever they did to get their success, they understand the process and how quote unquote easy it is. business, and they assume like going on to Amazon will just be another process. But the reality is like it presents problems in different ways that you may not actually be equipped to handle or excited to handle or have the energy to handle. So recognizing that Amazon is a completely different beast from your store front, one of the wisest decisions you can make. And then from there, recognizing because it's not a core competency, partner with the people where that is a core competency is probably a pretty smart decision.
I would like to think so. I really appreciate it, man. It's been an honor to work with you this last year and a half, and I hope to continue to crush it and reach 7 figures and beyond with you. And I really appreciate your time today, man. So thank you so much.
It's been great. We're excited to support you guys with new products and things like that to really help that channel grow.
All right, let's do it. Thank you, man.